Hey, everybody. I am here with two very special people in my life. I've known these guys for so long, and they're really a legendary family in this community, and it's the Welches. This is Mark and Jennifer Welch. Say hi to everybody.
Hello.
So, listen, I know so many in the community know Jennifer from the Riata Ranch, and now, after all these years, Mark is a winemaker, and he made Riata Ranch Cab. What else you got?
The Chardonnay.
The Chardonnay and the Rosé. Okay, and I had it up at your party the other night. Fabulous. We carry it here at Crawdaddy's. We carry the Cab here, and Glenn up at the Gateway has it too
as well.
Yeah,
the only two places.
Man, congratulations! I mean, that's a lot of work to start a winery.
It sure is.
Yeah,
it's a lifelong event, and you've got to love the business to be in this business.
Yeah. Well, I want to take a little time here about how this all came about. Yeah. The Welch family, you guys came in the 70s.
67, wasn't it?
67?
Yeah, 67, 68, yeah.
If you never knew their father, he was an amazing human being. And
yeah.
Dennis was he a rancher?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys came from Southern California? Northern. Yeah. And he was a rancher, and did he end up buying the property originally?
So how we made it to Visalia from Northern California is my dad worked for Ralston Purina. And if you remember, Ralston
Is that the one that burned down
yes.
in the 60s? I remember that.
So my dad we got transferred here because my dad was to manage that. Well, then that burned down. So then I don't know exactly how it all happened, but then he started selling hog feed, and he was the #1 hog feed salesman on the West Coast for a long time, and he sold like Harris Ranch and all these big ranches around. And that's how we ended up in Visalia. And
I went to Whitney. I'm a little bit older than them, but you graduated with my sisters.
Yes.
And Mark, you graduated with my brother.
That's right.
Troy.
Right.
Yeah. So we've known your family a long time.
Yeah.
Right.
So the amazing thing, I want to brag about Jennifer because she's done such an amazing thing with the Riata Ranch girls. And what year did that start?
Well, Riata Ranch started in Tulare County in 1957 under Tommy Meyer, and then it was a riding school for years. And then we added the entertainment division in 1976, and that's
when you first started.
I started just a couple years before that, and so I worked.
You traveled all over the world.
I have been everywhere.
Yeah. Everywhere.
I've been everywhere. From the back of a horse, I've seen it all.
Johnny Cash wrote a song called "I've Been Everywhere," and that's
yes.
you.
Yeah.
So anyway, but now you've retired from that, and you just train the girls.
Yes. Well, I was somewhat forced into retirement with a health issue.
Yeah.
And
we won't go into that, but I'm glad you're doing good.
Doing
I'm
great
very
things
happy.
to this man right here. I have his kidney now.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I guess so.
That's pretty amazing.
So
that's love right there.
What I tell him now, I say, hey, Mark, come visit your kidney. But anyway, we're going to bypass all that because that's behind me now. So yes, I'm semi-retired from that, but I still teach and I still train and I still have my hand in the production. And when I have to, I will step into the arena, but I'm actually becoming more comfortable behind the scenes and pushing everybody else out front because I did it for years and years and had a great career with it.
Hey, if you don't know what this is all about, I went up to see it earlier in the spring, that show you had, and if this is like a choreographed thing, the girls are so well dressed and it's such a fabulous show. It's just a piece of Americana. I'm really proud of you. And then you take these girls in trailers all around truck and trailer, and you do the show all over the country. Are you traveling a lot right now?
So we're doing some this year. Obviously, when you take a year and a half off and you're trying to get back into it, takes a little while to rebuild that momentum. I think next year we're going to have a really busy season. So what we're working towards next year is to have a team that's going to stay home so we can do our shows here locally, like our Wild West show that we do at the ranch.
That was fabulous. That was so cool.
And then we'll have a team that goes on the road. So we'll have 2 teams next year.
Oh, that's great.
And the great thing about it
How many girls are involved? I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. So right now I have 10 full-time students. And then I have girls that come for like a couple weeks at a time or a couple months at a time because they either don't live in town or they don't live in the country. So I have girls come from all over the world to train with us. And so it's really a great thing. But what I'm most proud about is that the talent that's in the show, they're all local girls, just like I was.
I was blown away when you did that show. I thought, wow, this is amazing. Man.
I grew up on Tulare Avenue. That's where I was just a girl living in Visalia, just an ordinary American girl. But I was given an extraordinary opportunity.
That's cool.
And I took it. And that's what I'm trying to do for all these
Where did that? How did that property come about?
Well, when the founder passed away in 2002, we did not have access to the original headquarters in Exeter. And in that time, I met my late husband, Chad, and I got married. And so Chad and I looked fervently all over the county trying to find the right property. And it just happened to be that Chad always loved Three Rivers. And me living in Visalia, I said, there's no way we can go to Three Rivers. We can't do that. I'll never make it. But anyway, long story short, we ended up moving there. And then we met the woman who owned the ranch, and she was just trying to sell it. She was trying to get rid of it. She tried for years to sell it. And anyway, we came along. We had a need. She had a need. We had a need, and we came to a deal. And we moved in. And, I always tell everybody, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it.
Wow.
And we said, man, if we just had a ranch, and if we just had this much property, if we just had this and this. And I mean, literally.
And speaking about property, that's like a huge amount of acreage, right?
We have 42 acres.
42 acres? That's got to be a lot to take
It
care
is
of.
a lot to manage. It's a lot to maintain, but I know what it is not to have it. So I'm really grateful to have that kind of property. And the fact is we moved in and it was somewhat turnkey. We've had to make some changes to adapt to, the programs that we're offering. But as far as it being perfect for us, it was
that arena
property.
is so cool.
We built that, and everybody thought it was crazy. Said, your girls can't perform there. It's too small. And I said, watch me. I'll show you how to do it.
It was amazing.
Because it's a really intimate setting, isn't it? And that's a really big...
You were there.
Oh, yeah.
That day. That was so cool.
Yeah,
it was
the thing
amazing.
about that, if you sit too close, you get
dirt
thrown on you.
No, I dug it, man. That was cool.
Maybe manure, too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't get out of this asphalt jungle very much. And it was really fun to get up there and do that.
Yeah,
it's just a great spot, and it's just so peaceful. And
It is.
And it kind of lends to that.
But besides that, I'm really proud of you because you are doing a great thing for a lot of young girls, giving a lot of young girls a great opportunity. So Riata Ranch, internationally known. People have always known. But then Mark came up with the idea that you wanted to make
Correct.
Riata Ranch wine.
Yeah, and it was an idea a long time ago, actually. But I just didn't think this up. But
it was like 10 years in the making.
Well, and I think it all comes together because she had the ranch, started having the venue. You already had the swag, the shirts.
No, cool shirt.
And and everything else. I go, you know what you need? You need to have Riata Ranch wine because she has a lot of visitors from outside the country. And I said, well, people would probably take a bottle of wine. Now, at the time, we were serving Torch. And I go, no, I want to make Riata Ranch. And that's how this started. So the Riata Ranch Cabernet was my best Cabernet because I don't make a Cabernet anymore under Torch cellars. I go, all my better Cab goes under Riata Ranch. All West Side fruit, high-end Cabernet Sauvignon. And then I said, well, what do cowboys and cowgirls like? A red, white, and a pink. So I said, you got to have a Chardonnay because cowboys know Cabernet, Chardonnay, and we know Rosé, and that's how I came up with it. Because of it's seasonal. Because when it's really warm, you got the coolness of it, and that's a really nice, crisp, high-end Grenache Rosé. All my wines are very dry. They're all high-end wines. All these wines win awards.
You have won an award?
Oh yeah, for the Cabernet, we're going to double gold for that.
Really? Have you been? Has it been rated? Do you know?
No, it hasn't been rated, but it's
that doesn't necessarily matter.
Yeah, so it's it's double gold in the Sunset International.
Wow!
Yeah,
Congratulations.
So,
Look, I want to know more about how. Okay, you graduated from Mount Whitney High School in 1980.
I did.
Did you go to COS?
2 years.
And then you went to Poly?
I went to transfer to Cal Poly as an agronomist.
Wow.
Crop science. In my last, so when you're in Cal Poly, you need to take an elective in the fruit science side of it, because fruit science and crop science are separate. So I said, pome fruit, stone fruit. No, I think I'll do wine grapes. I don't know anything about wine grapes. And that's how I got hooked. I started working for the vineyard. I met the viticulturist. You got to remember, this is a fledgling business back in the late 80s. Hardly.
Isn't it amazing
That's why I
how
stepped
much
in.
this industry has grown
Absolutely.
in the last 30 years? I just can't believe it. Man. Okay, so I want to ask you a little bit more in depth.
Sure.
So you go to Cal Poly.
Correct.
And you never came back to Visalia?
Never did.
I got a sister that I love that did the same thing, and she's your age.
She's
never
older.
came back
I know.
here. Man.
Well, I actually got a job working full time for the university for facility services and put myself through college. And then when I finally graduated and left to get a job in private industry, I had already been 10 years at the university, and they couldn't pay me my salary. So I ended up working 2 jobs. I worked university, and I was working the wine in the day, work university at night, and the wine side of the day. I worked.
Who were you? Did you work
Wild
for
Horse?
somebody?
I worked for Wild Horse back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for 3 years. I worked.
We still carry a little Wild Horse here. That's
This was the original owner. And
Wow.
It's
Kenny
Kenny
Volk.
Volk. And I mean, he taught us how to never overwork your wines, Mark. And he made all these great varietals. And
Well, you got some good training then.
And a lot of really good winemakers came out of Kenny taught a lot of us how to make great wines. We all went on. And so I was blessed to do that. It wasn't until later on, after I came back and got my master's, that I decided I wanted to start my own label, and that was Torch, because Torch was my nickname given to me by Kenny Volk.
Would you burn down a building or something one time? Or what?
Kind of. But no, my hair was really blonde, and we were sunburned, and the guys from England who were there said, "You're a Torch." And Kenny goes, "That's it. That's your name, your Torch."
That's a cool nickname.
So anyway, that's how it all started, and then I made Torch, and then I decided to really wanted it. It's been in the making for a long time to make the Riata Ranch, but because now she has a facility, and it was time. And I think when I started to make it, it just blended at the right time.
That's
It all
great.
came
Yeah.
together the year that I actually bought the ranch.
Oh, really?
He got all the approval for the labels,
Correct.
and he rebottled the first Cabernet in
16.
November.
Isn't that getting those approvals a pain?
Sure is.
I'm trying to get my
Yeah.
labels for where Crawdaddy's is going to put out some seasoning.
Oh,
And,
I see.
Man,
Yeah, you have to have
I'm very impatient. I just
Yeah.
can't stand all that paperwork.
Well, I had a compliance attorney, and they taught me. My compliance attorney was so good that she got taken away by a big company, but she taught me how to do my own compliance. So I do a lot of my own label compliance. It's fine. TTB is not that hard to work with, as long as you know the formats and you've done it enough times. It kind of becomes turnkey. However, there's certain alcohol levels and certain things that have to be put on the label, as you
Right,
know,
yeah.
in the certain ways and the way they want it, so it all works out fine. And the label dimensions and your bottle dimensions and your capsules, all these things come into play when you make a wine. How you're going to present it, what kind of bottle you're going to put it in, clear, dead leaf green, you're going to do claret, or, all these things come into play.
You're getting in the weeds with
Sorry,
this on
sorry,
some of
buddy.
that.
Sorry, buddy.
We just like to drink it.
That's
Yeah.
right. Well, let's make some.
Well, hey, listen. Hey, let's have some cab. By the way, I'm really proud of anybody that starts a business. If I can do anything to help, I want to do it. And okay, so right now we serve it here at Crawdaddy's. It's also available at Glenn's at the
Gateway.
Gateway, and that's
Riata Ranch.
and at the Riata Ranch. But how else, if somebody wanted to purchase this, if this gets out anywhere, do you have a website?
Yeah, you go on my website, Torchsellers, www.torchsellers.com, and then under wines, you can look under there and you can buy this wine. We can send it to 38 or 39 states, DTC, direct to consumer. But I was proud to have him. I don't have very many retail outlets, and you were and Glenn are the only ones, and I'm
first though, right?
That's
Not
right.
Glenn. I want to be first over Glenn
You are
for once. All right,
You're in
guys.
town, brother.
This is a great product.
Thank you.
I hope to.
Thank you. Cheers. And promote yourself. We're trying to promote Crawdaddy.
Oh well, bless your heart.
As I called you and told you, let's do this because I really want you to.
I got to tell you, I'm really proud of these guys, and I hope you'll support them. It's a great product. They also have the rosé,
yes,
and the Chardonnay, whatever, and you can you're shipping it out, right? Hey, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eddie, thank you for recording this. I appreciate it, buddy.
Okay, cheers. Let's drink.
Cheers. To Dad,
To Dad.
who loves Crawdaddy.
Oh yeah,
Crawdaddy.
it's Dennis Welch.
You love Crawdaddies.
He loved Crawdaddy.
Yeah, I miss that guy. He was here him and Lupe Sanchez used to
Yeah.
come have lunch
Oh, my
all
God.
the time. I get teary-eyed
Oh, yeah.
thinking about
I
it.
used to drop Dad off. So dropping me off at Daddy Daycare.
Daddy,
Yeah.
Crawdaddy's daycare is what we call it.
Crawdaddy's Daycare. And Loopy would be here and that whole group. And I'd go run errands and Dad would hang out here. And
Yeah, him
then I'd
and
come
Lupe.
back and pick him up.
Yeah, I miss those days. I bet you miss your father. He was quite he was an amazing human being, and I'm thankful that he brought these two into the world too. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.